following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, go Cowboys!
This is Mick Shots.
Streaming live on DallasCowboys.com and the official Dallas Cowboys app.
Now, here are Bill Jones, Heckma Harrison, Everson Walls, and Mickey Spagnola.
It's time for another edition of Mick Shots here inside the SWBC podcast studio. Heckma Harrison reeling you in as it's time to talk Cowboys and for some of us get caught up on what happened yesterday on Mick Shots, and we look ahead to the Las Vegas Raiders on Monday night as well. Bill Jones, Everson Walls, Heckma Harrison, and the star of the show, Mickey Spagnola.
So you didn't listen to us yesterday? Why do you got to catch up? You should have been listening.
We were busy elsewhere in the Metroplex yesterday.
Why? What happened?
They firing Nico.
Yep. No more Fire Nico chants around this place.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be wherever he walks.
It doesn't matter.
They're going to be saying wherever he walks.
It's going to follow him
wherever he goes.
Everywhere except for Los Angeles, probably.
Yeah.
They're praising him in L.A.
Hey, man.
He's a hero.
Checking to see if he's been hired there yet.
Hey, you might as well.
Rob
You might as
Pelinka.
well. Nobody wants me here. I'll go there.
You think Rob Pelinka and him made another deal? Or maybe they made that deal before he made the other deal because he knew what was going to happen once he made that deal?
Now we're getting into
If he ends up in Los Angeles, then yeah.
And then, you know,
Ooh,
hey,
man.
the jig is up.
The jig is up. He just gave up pretenses. Gave up on all
We have to wait a
pretenses.
couple
So
years.
is that move going to help him win tonight?
They do have a game tonight against the Phoenix Suns.
It has not helped him yet. You're 3-8.
3-8. Yeah. Well,
No, I mean that they fired him. That's going.
it's going to turn the
That's
season
going to turn
around.
the season around.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, like he was the only one that had anything to do with that decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, it was just me, guys. I did it all by myself. Yeah.
Well, I'll guarantee you what happened was that it got out that everybody used it, that behind the scenes he wasn't here for long. And then they decided, well, we can't put up with that. We're just going to get rid of him.
Yeah. He was. He seemed to be a little bit of a prima donna. That was the word that was out there, and so, you know, they got rid of him.
The decision had to have been made before Monday night, but when the team is in a close game, shooting free throws in the fourth quarter, like 30 seconds left in the game, and all you hear in the arena is fire Nico, something's got to be done.
And then he misses the free throw.
Yeah. So
Needed to make all,
Nico missed the free throw.
Nico did.
when he needed to make all three.
Nico.
Yep. Nico got Anthony Davis hurt too, and Nico got Kyrie, and everything
is fine now.
Yeah.
He's gone.
Yep. So, all right. So
And don't worry about all the moves he made to get him to the points that everybody
right. I
wants
mean,
to
if
get
you look
back
at
to.
Wow. Something positive from Nico.
Well, he did.
Well, I mean,
I'm
somebody's got to say something positive.
up until February 1st, things were going okay.
He was the star of the show.
That's right. Got him to the NBA Finals. And, okay,
Wow.
There's Mavericks talk for you.
All right, that's enough. Enough of that.
All right, so what do we need to know today? We got a Brian Schottenheimer press conference coming up right when we get done at 1 o'clock today.
First time he's spoken.
Publicly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jerry or Stephen on, was it Monday, Jerry on Tuesday, and then Shotty in an hour.
Yep. Stephen and Jerry were on the radio both Monday and Tuesday. And so this is the first time that there's a press conference.
Right. There was a private memorial service last night at the Ford Center.
Okay.
Family, friends, players,
I did not know
staff
that.
members.
I did not.
Yeah, it was pretty private.
Okay.
But yeah, they did do that. So that was it was pretty moving.
You were there?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was pretty moving. So anyway, they did do that for the family and friends. A bunch of them too, by the way. So, yeah.
So as far as the players are concerned, they got back on Monday,
Right.
and they had a meeting on Monday.
They were here part of the day yesterday.
Okay.
And then returned for the memorial service.
And this is a player's day off
Right.
today.
This is like Tuesday.
Yep. So with a Monday night game, tomorrow is the Thursday is like a Wednesday. So
Practice Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and charter flight on Sunday. And I don't know if I can't remember if they were doing things here beforehand, before they got on charter flights, because they used to kind of do a walkthrough sometimes that day. You know what they used to do? They would do when Jimmy got here. They would do a walkthrough at wherever they were going.
Yeah,
at
that's
the
right.
stadium until they got to 1 year RFK and they locked them out. Couldn't get in.
Y'all used to do
Oh no,
that, right?
Philadelphia.
Did y'all
he
used to
was-
do that
He
when
was
you
I
played?
don't think
pissed.
he did that in '89.
He was pissed when
I don't
they
recall doing that. either.
locked
That
him
was-
out of Philly.
Well, that was a typical thing as we go in the Wayback Machine, Heckma, to back to the
It's all good.
to the 80s, and teams used to do that all the time, where they would do a walk. They would fly in and go to the stadium,
Check out the field.
They check out the field, do a walkthrough at the stadium. College teams would do that all
Exactly. That's just about.
the time. Yeah. Did y'all do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you didn't know if you were going to get in the stadium or not, they would do it out in the parking lot or the ballroom.
I've never heard of them being locked
hotel.
out, though. Locked out of the stadium. Now, that's some pretty cold work right there.
Yeah.
And I would expect that
Philly.
from Philly.
Yeah,
Philly.
Yeah.
of course.
Absolutely.
That sounds about right.
Everybody showed up on the bus and they couldn't get in.
That sounds about
Back
right.
back in the days, college stadiums weren't locked up. Now they are.
Yeah.
I mean, you could get in there. We would get in there.
No, I did that in college. We would go
Yeah.
walk the field in college a little bit.
You
Yeah,
just get used to the atmosphere of what you're facing.
I don't recall doing that in the pros at all. I don't recall Jimmy.
But Jimmy
in
did it.
89.
did it.
Jimmy did it.
do when
Maybe
he
not
first
in
got here?
'89. I don't
Okay.
know. I
Okay.
don't remember.
He did
'cause I
do it.
wasn't.
I remember being on road trips covering the Cowboys in the Jimmy era, and we would get in town the day before, and we would
Show
get
up.
our rental car, and we'd go to the stadium to get video of the team walking in for their walkthrough and stuff like that. One of my favorite memories in my career goes back to when I was working in Lubbock. And SMU's Pony Express came to Lubbock to play Texas Tech with Eric Dickerson and Craig James.
They came to beat Texas Tech.
Well, that was a crazy game. That was the game that Tech had a lead in the final seconds of the game, and they ran the kickoff return throwback pass to Bobby Leach. He goes down the sideline right in front of the Texas Tech bench to win the game. and SMU is ranked number 2 in the country.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, it was the same day as the Cal Stanford kickoff return through the band, through the tuba player.
That was
82, I think is what it was. And in fact, as I digress, the Tennessee Titans play where Alan Lowry was a special teams coach for the Titans against the Buffalo Bills. Wade Phillips would have been
87. Was it the number 87? Was that his number?
Frank Wycheck.
Was that his number?
I believe so.
I'm the one that received it, not the one that.
Right. No. And Alan Lowry was a special teams coach with the Cowboys back in the early 80s, okay? When he ran that play, the Music City Miracle, he said after the game that I've kept that play in my hip pocket ever since SMU ran it against Texas Tech in 1982. The throwback to Bobby Leach down the sideline. But the whole – go ahead.
I was going to say, what year did that take place with the Titans?
2000 maybe, something in that range.
We were on the tarmac watching it on the phone because we had just landed wherever we were going, right? We just got off the charter flight.
Might have been 99.
Yeah.
And we were
Cowboys would have been in the playoffs.
we were watching it on the tarmac.
But the reason I bring that up is SMU came into town the Friday before the game, and myself and my photographer at the ABC affiliate Lubbock, we go out there and we were able to interview Eric Dickerson and Craig James. Bobby Collins was the coach at SMU all the day before the game. That would be unheard of today. I mean, now everything is so restricted. They only make players available on certain days if they make them available at all. And here we are interviewing Craig James and Eric Dickerson the day before the game.
Everson knows all about that. It's St. Louis. We brought it up the other day.
That's right. Yeah, that was 2 hours before the game.
So
Monday Night Football.
Whose fault do you think it is? Who are they to blame for the change?
Right, where we don't have any access anymore.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it the players for doing silly things, or is it the media just
for us,
imposing
with
themselves on everyone?
It happened with the Cowboys. I would blame one of my favorite players with the Cowboys, Michael Irvin, in 1990s. Our access at Valley Ranch was cut off once in 1996 when Michael had his things. Things that were going on.
You mean several things, not just one moment. There were several moments.
Right.
Yeah.
When helicopters were hovering over Valley Ranch.
I understand.
That's when we couldn't park in the players' parking lot anymore. And
he walked into my office one day before he walked out the ranch and sat down and goes, "Why is everybody picking on me?" I was like, I had to turn into Father Confessor, or to listen to his confession, right? It was unbelievable.
It's like,
but that's the access we had.
Well, and it was same not only with football but with the Mavericks. It's like, for example, yesterday. I mean, we have a photographer who's outside the Mavericks practice facility, and there were other photographers from other TV stations, and they're outside a gated, blocked off parking lot, and they get this video of Nico Harrison leaving the office and getting in his car or whatever. Well, back in the day when the Mavericks practiced over here off Welch Road, Donald Carter's warehouse, he was the former owner of the team, for those who don't know, we would park right next to Ro Blackman or Derek Harper or whatever, and we'd have our camera out, and as soon as they walk out of the building, we've got a camera right in their face, and they didn't mind it. It was no big deal. I mean, we had such a great relationship with the players.
I did.
Well, do you remember when Herschel got traded at the ranch?
Yeah.
You guys had that back parking lot, and everybody ran out after him, right, to try to get him to talk or whatever. Yeah. And I could remember starting to run, and then I said, "No, this is it. I am not running after any player anymore."
You had a visual of yourself.
Yeah,
like
I said, "What am I doing?
What is this, man?"
No.
I mean, and the all-timer was the whole Jimmy and Jerry thing in '94.
Yeah.
I mean, when we are camped out in the hallway at Valley Ranch, how many reporters and photographers and so forth would have been between Jimmy's office and Jerry's office all day long?
It's a hallway.
Yeah, it's a hallway.
It's a hallway.
Waiting for Jimmy to walk to Jerry's office,
hallway.
or Jerry to come out, and Jerry leaving for the day to go to his car. I mean, and it was just a mob, a pack of reporters and cameramen walking backwards as Jerry's walking to his car.
That's why.
Such great time.
That's why. Yeah. See, that's why I asked this question. Do you think that was appropriate the way it was done? It was versus now.
You know, it seemed to be more, believe it or not, controlled then.
You think so?
It was. I mean, it
you
felt
call
like
that control?
It was more so than now because there was a finite number of journalists, right?
Right. Yeah.
Now there's so many.
So you would not
recommend it now?
Yes.
I would, just because.
Yeah, just your media. Yeah. But could you imagine?
if I was. Tad Carper or anyone that's in charge of it, you want to have more control of that.
Oh my God!
So you
see how difficult this is. He still wants to have it his way.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
You don't want Jerry R hiding in the bushes at Valley Ranch.
Or Jim Dent hiding around the locker room, hiding around the locker.
Jerry would drive in and park in the back by his office, right? And so everybody's there. Oh, Jerry's there. We're going to make sure when he gets in his car,
See, that was later. I mean, when the whole Jimmy and Jerry thing was going on.
Yeah, that was
I don't know. Maybe they didn't have the gate for him to get back there by his office because he parked right in front of the main entrance.
Yes,
and
so you don't sneak around lockers and stuff like Jim did. I mean, let's just.
I'll give you one example of what
Okay.
I did.
Okay.
So I'm covering the Cowboys, and the morning news had a backup guy taken over for whoever was the beat guy. And I realized
Skip
everywhere.
Bayless?
Huh?
No, go ahead.
No, and I realized, no, he was with us at the Times Herald.
Ghost
I
man.
realized every locker I went to, that guy was following
Yes.
to horn in on my interview.
Right.
So you know what I started doing? Just walking in circles. And he was walking in circles, wasting his time because I wasn't going to lead him to anything I was doing. That's how bad the competition was.
It was, man. Oh my God. He would hide around the corner. And, guys, we're in a locker, man. We're talking about what night before. We're talking about day before. Talking about what's going on at home. And he is over there taking notes. And I thought somebody was going to hurt that man.
Well, that's because you guys were in quadrants in that locker
Yeah.
room.
Well, he was going to find somewhere to hide.
Yeah, it was easy.
Yeah, it was.
All right.
That was fun.
Enough going down memory lane. All right.
Sorry, Heck.
Heckma takes over.
Heck wants to get to the rundown.
No.
Let's get to the rundown.
Maybe
no.
Heckman probably remembers this because somebody brought it up today on the radio about how they used to decide ties in high school football.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day.
Penetration.
Penetration.
Yeah, penetration.
Man, I lost my first championship game in penetration. I don't want to hear that.
In high school?
In Little League. In Little
Go all the way
League.
back.
SVAA 1971.
By penetration.
And by the way,
penetration. I didn't even know what the word meant. Like, how does penetration have anything to do with football?
and as the high school football playoffs start this week, by the way, back in our day, there was only one team from a district that qualified for the playoffs. The district champion qualified for the playoffs.
Back in the good old days.
Now 3 or 4 make it.
Yeah, 4 of them.
Kept it simple.
4 in a 5-team district. 4 of them will make the playoffs. Yeah.
Am I wasting my time if I go see Louisville play Allen tomorrow night?
No, it'd be a good game.
No, Lewis
Yeah?
has got to. No, you'll be wasting your time if you go watch 3-7 Crowley go play the number 1 team in the state on Thursday night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Heckma's rundown when we come back.
Sure.
Mix shots.
Sure.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide. Because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hey, Cowboy fans, if you're thinking about attending a game this season, visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today. Stay at the team hotel, have dinner with a Cowboys legend, and experience the best sports venue in the world, AT&T Stadium. Also, tour the Star, get autographs from your favorite players, and talk X's and O's with me, Mickey Spagnola. The official travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys will take care of all your travel needs. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your package today.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
The National Medal of Honor Museum is now open in Arlington, Texas, just a few blocks from AT&T Stadium. Immersive exhibits and exciting technology allow you to fly a rescue helicopter mission in Vietnam and have conversations with virtual Medal of Honor recipients. Come be inspired by these incredible stories of ordinary Americans who did the extraordinary. Get your tickets at mohmuseum.org.
Back to Mixed Shots.
Get in the game this holiday season with Dallas Cowboys youth football and dance camps presented by Invisalign Athletes ages 6 to 16 take the holiday hustle to football camps on December 23rd and 27th. Future DCCs sparkle with America's sweethearts on December 27th. Spend your holiday break learning from the best. Register before December 1st to save $25. Visit DallasCowboys.com/camps to learn more.
All right, welcome back to segment 1 of Mick Shots. Cowboys defense has to handle Brock Bowers and Ashton Genty.
Hey, did anybody catch Heckma looking at his watch while we were talking?
No.
I got good peripheral still, and you're like, these guys.
No, I was checking I received a text. I received a text while y'all were talking. So jump in there, Tiger. You know what I mean? What do you want me to say about 1969? I don't know. I wasn't there.
69.
I made that up, right? What do you want me to do? I don't know the reporter that y'all talking about hiding around the corner. It's cool, man. It's all right, man. I've become used to it. We're just old guys sitting on the porch talking football.
There you go, baby. That's exactly what we're doing. That's exactly what we're doing.
So before we get to that,
see,
one more thing. Speaking of porches,
do you remember Jerry Orr?
No, I haven't. No.
Okay.
I do remember Jerry Orr. What am I talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course I do.
Yeah. He would be hiding up in the tree. He would climb the tree.
Oh, yeah, Jerry do anything.
And, yeah.
Okay, run down.
Okay.
So the Cowboys did activate those guys yesterday,
Yes,
right?
yes. See, I didn't ignore what was on the rundown. Mickey's ignoring.
I just thought that was kind of news that
DeMarvion Overshown.
Overshown is
Savone Rebel.
ready to go. Ready to go.
I got to see this
now,
guy.
How much will those guys help to do what?
Before we get into that, also we should mention Wanye Thomas has been placed on injured reserve.
Correct.
He's been battling those
non-football illness.
Right. Yeah, that's right. That's
so
right.
it is. Wow. So now it's 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
Yeah.
Man, well, we were having safety problems already. Here we go again. We get some guys healthy, and then we lose Wanye Thomas.
That could be a sign Donovan Wilson's going to be ready, and Malik Hooker.
And I think both of them were
question.
supposed to. I think Schottenheimer kind of suggested it last week that those two guys would be ready to go this week, which is a big deal for the Hooker part, just because of his experience and running the defense from the free safety standpoint. And then those guys talked about how much maybe the two trade guys, Wilson and Williams, might play. Jerry pointed, and we talked about it yesterday, didn't we?
A little bit.
Pointing out that they should hit the ground running.
They should.
Those are the words, exact words.
And I would imagine, and I brought it up, I think it's Phillips from Miami.
Yeah.
The way he played.
Phillips. Yep.
The way he played against Philadelphia. I mean, when you see that kind of performance and the impact that he made,
get him out there.
I'm
right.
with you.
Now, I've been vocal about DeMarvion Overshown and just his health and looking at that. But obviously, the training staff, they feel confident in him. And I think if he hits the ground running and is 80% of the player that he was before he was injured, what an impact that would be on the defense and the immediate speed component that he brings to the table as well. But Logan Wilson, for me, is the guy that I'm locked in on just to see him. Our middle linebacker, man, it is Jack Sanborn going down, being hurt, and also Murray moving over. I felt like he was out of position a lot. He played like he was out of position. But if Logan Wilson can come in and be an impact, guys like when I asked the question about Ashton Genty, because it's not like he's having this spectacular season so far, but at the same time, we know when the Cowboys come to town from a running perspective, guys I don't want to count any.
Fix every problem.
I don't want to start talking like I'm counting anybody out. All I'm saying is that right now his numbers haven't been one where you say, hey, Ashton Genty is surefire, a guy that you got to pack the line of scrimmage with. But look, they have Brock Bowers, who is a matchup nightmare. And I worry about him in this matchup because of the way we got safeties coming back from, IR. And we know that he's a matchup nightmare. As you go back to the last week, and I just see that Denver knows how to take your tight ends away, and they took him away last week.
Just put Overshown on him.
That's a hell of, talk about hitting the ground running.
Right?
That is hitting the ground running 101.
Now, Jerry said that they would manage his snaps, so he's not going to be out there full time. But I think the point you made about Wilson, I think he steps in and starts.
You would think. You would think.
Wouldn't you think?
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same what you're talking about. And you put the two coming back from injuries are in this category here. It's unknown. We don't know where they are. Okay, maybe they'll be ready to jump in. We don't know. But the other, Quinnen Williams and Logan Wilson, they've been playing. So,
yeah, that's not hitting the ground running.
No.
These
That's
guys, these guys
That's
are
just going from
And
week to
Wilson
week.
has just enjoyed his second bye.
yeah, Williams.
Williams, that's
Yeah,
what I meant.
and Wilson has two because he was inactive the week before. He's been out for a couple of weeks too.
So they should be fresh.
I remember that when you guys asked, what do you want? Well, it was covered between Quinnen and Wilson. I was a Wilson guy in regards to I wanted a linebacker. And so, to me, when I look at how we play defense or how defense is played, you got that D-line that you want them to do their job. You want them to be able to take out all interference for your linebackers. Well, you want your linebacker who's smart enough to detect where that ball is going right away, understand and anticipate that your lineman is going to take care of the lineman, keep the defensive lineman, take the offensive lineman off of his back. It gives him a chance to be the running back of the defense. In other words, the linebacker is trying to hit the hole just like the running back.
Fill the gap.
Fill that gap. So I know as a linebacker exactly where you want to go based on that blocking scheme. I should recognize that. And when I'm there, when I anticipate that, I'm going to beat that offensive lineman there, and I'm going to meet that running back in the hole. That is ideal for the way a linebacker is supposed to fill the spot, right?
I thought we saw that in the game Monday night. Mm-hmm. They pointed out how this guy did this guy did that, and the linebacker.
Nakobe Dean.
Was it Dean they pointed out? He hit the gap, and the offensive lineman didn't get off fast enough to take him out, right?
And I thought that was
jumped that play.
I thought it was unfair because I'm saying to myself, okay, he has Davis, he has Carter, he has Phillips, he had all these guys up front that can definitely. It's a stalemate up front, and although it was a slow game, I felt defensively the matchup, man, it was great to watch. That's
what made it a slow game.
The chess match between the offensive and defensive coordinator. In this game, Pete Carroll, you watch the way that the Raiders play, they overloaded the line of scrimmage, not so much with offensive linemen, but with tight ends. And so that's one thing that we saw Denver do a lot of that, overloading the line of scrimmage. And I believe Carolina did that as well. And we had some problems with it. And I'm thinking, the bigger question is, does Eberflus adjust to that by going with what people have been talking about the last couple of weeks since we have Quinnen Williams? Do you go to a 5-man front, or do you stay basic with your 4-man front? And if you do that, who are your starters in that defense? Do you start with Quinnen Williams, Osa? Clark.
If he doesn't start, he's in on the second series.
And here's the
Quinnen Williams.
Yeah.
Oh, he starts.
I said if he does.
Yeah. Off there immediately.
Get him out there.
Yeah, we're all saying the same thing. Yeah. When you talk about the defensive lineman, I'm looking at if they put in another offensive lineman with say 2 tight ends, that's the only way I'd go 5. I would look at their personnel.
Right.
If they're bringing in a big offensive tackle, to go in motion, I got to bring in the 5, right? But I wouldn't do that necessarily if they come out with just 2 tight ends. I'm not worried about going to 5 defensive linemen.
Well, then you have 3 linebackers you trust.
That's right.
Right?
And you have your 4 linemen that your 4 defensive linemen that you think can handle the load.
See, I
don't know that the Raiders have 5 offensive linemen, much less
really.
At this point, they're dealing with some issues up front.
Didn't they just lose somebody?
Jackson Powers Johnson.
Yeah.
Sounds just like Carolina game.
But
the guy steps in,
right?
Josh Neiman.
Sounds like the Carolina game.
It wasn't like he came
Lane
up
Johnson.
with this great scheme to use 5 down linemen.
Right.
He was just using 5 because they couldn't stop him.
Right.
Right? Now, if Quinnen Williams does his job and he doesn't get busted out of there by a double team, and he beats it, then I got linebackers that I trust that I can fill.
That's right.
Well, that's good. That's what's going. Cowboy fans are going to absolutely get an opportunity to see a true one tech, a guy that's in there that won't get pushed to the referee. It's going to be a difference. It's going to be a change. Everybody's going to talk about this.
Because I remember after the Carolina game. Was it the Carolina game? All they did was double team both tackles the whole game, right? And I asked Kenny Clark, I said, you ever been double teamed that many times? And he goes, no, not even close. But they figured he's not going to mess this up. We're taking him out. We're taking him out. And we don't worry about the defensive ends or the linebackers.
Mickey,
that should be the change right there. Now they need to worry about them.
Right.
That's what I'm looking for.
Who is starting next to Quinnen Williams? Who would be the other defensive? Osa?
Yeah.
Not Kenny Clark.
I would put Kenny Clark out there, and then when it gets to passing downs, Osa's in the game. Or somebody else.
And Solomon.
And Solomon Thomas.
There's a rotation going on.
Yeah. So they got, 4 guys that can play that position now. And they're not messing around with Mozzie or...
He's gone.
Who?
Toya.
Yeah.
Right? Toya's inactive today, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, Mozzie's 1-0 as a New York Jet.
That's right.
He played 20 snaps.
Did he really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, good for him.
Yeah.
Did he do anything?
I haven't watched.
We'll have to.
I hope he does. I'm like you. Good for him.
Yeah.
Do something.
Finally.
He got Perry and Winfrey also.
Yes.
When
he's ready, right? So, that position, get those guys out there.
Yeah.
And I don't need to play 5. Because it's not like they were playing 5 because they were in a 3-4 and the outline linebackers were out there.
Right.
These were 5 defensive linemen out there.
All right, who on that defensive line of those tackles have the traits or the skill set to be in a 4-man front, a strong side defensive end, where you can have 3 of those guys on the field at the same time?
They used Kenny Clark this last game as a defensive end.
Nothing to say that you can't in a 4-man front have
Osa.
Quinnen Williams, Kenny Clark, and Osa, or with Solomon as a defensive end. Yeah,
and I've heard. I mean, that's the one thing that I think now Eberflus has at his disposal to be able to use Osa like that, and this with the addition of Quinnen Williams, I think it's going to be interesting, right? Because the number one priority in every game here forward is going to be stopping the run. That's what you brought.
That's what's going to help your pass rush.
Right.
If
That's
you
what
stop the run. Then you can get them in 3rd and long, and you can actually pin your ears back and go after the quarterback.
Right.
And that's why you bring Quinnen Williams in. To be able to stop that completely. Now, as far as your linebackers and what we were talking about coming downhill and being reactionary, that part is what I'm relying on Logan Wilson with. But also when we're coming after the quarterback, who are those guys on the outside as well? There's so much revamping that I'm sure Eberflus did over the bye week. He's had plenty of opportunity to go back and do the self-evaluation of his defense. What changes has he made after the bye week?
Is Quinnen a 3-down player?
I think he can be.
Okay.
I think he.
They don't bring him down. They don't bring him out on 3rd down.
At his size.
What they did, what the Jets did against the Cowboys. Now remember that was a really hot and humid day.
I remember that.
And in fact, this was long before the Cowboys traded for him. In the aftermath of that game, I went and looked at when Quinnen was on the field as it related to the Cowboys had a long 13 or 14 play touchdown drive. And actually Schottenheimer talked about it last week. That they had to obviously adjust their blocking and so forth when Quinnen was on the field. And they had things where when Quinnen came off the field, okay, now we're going to this. And it was fascinating to go look back at it. Even without that knowledge, you could see it on tape. And in particular, that one drive, a 13-play drive, Quinnen Williams was on the field for the first 4 plays. He would come off for 3 or 4 plays. He went back on for the next 4, and it was a rotation like that, which isn't uncommon with defensive tackles in the league.
Especially a long drive. Especially a long drive.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or where teams are setting up. Like if they're inside their own 20 trying to come out, you got some backups in there because you're thinking, okay, I can hold down the fort until this gets serious.
Right.
And once they hit the 40, it's like, oh, my starters are back in.
And usually for a defensive tackle, you're going to max out at 50 snaps. I mean, that is rare when a defensive tackle gets 50 or more snaps in a game.
So, I mean, we talked about Genty, but Brock Bowers is legit as a tight end. They flex him out. I mean, he's a big wide receiver.
So he's gonna be Geno's outlet then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Geno.
You got I know Geno's.
No, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. Nope. But I mean, he is an outlet, and Brock Bowers, he hadn't been healthy all season. I believe he played in only 5 games. But they have some other guys: Trey Tucker, Tyler Lockett. I played with his dad, Kevin Lockett. And I can't believe Tyler Lockett.
You sound like you were mad.
And they just got Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, he did.
He had 4 or 5 catches last week.
Exactly. So he's one
against Denver.
He's been waiting all that time.
No, he was with Tennessee.
Yeah.
Tennessee. He asked for his release from Tennessee, and then Pete Carroll and the Raiders signed him, and he has a history with Geno. So he'll be used a lot. And it really, I mean, now you can't really tell because it was Denver, one of the best defenses in the league. The week before against Jacksonville, Brock Bowers had 12 catches for 123 yards and not 1, not 2, but 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that was a
good game.
Yeah,
his first 100-yard game of the season came against Jacksonville.
Right.
So that's just something to think about. You know, how do you approach that? Do you approach it with putting Donovan Wilson on him, who hadn't been really good against tight ends that have wiggle?
He just doesn't play man to man well. He's a good zone player, but he's not a good man to man player when it comes to
get over Sean. Get Demo out there. I mean, somebody's done something because they're only 2-7.
Right.
So, you know, they haven't figured out the Rubik's Cube on offense.
They won their opener against New England, 20-13. And Bowers actually had a 103 yards in the game. Yeah.
One of New England's one of 2 losses.
Yep. And then their only other win came against Tennessee.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
20-10.
Well,
they reflect you in a lot of ways. I mean, obviously their offense is anemic. You know, can't do anything. They've
especially without Bowers against a good defense. Indianapolis, they lost 40-6. Against a good defense, Kansas City, they lost 31-0. But against Jacksonville, it was a 30-29 loss in overtime. Against a good defense in Denver, they scored 7 points in the last game.
I felt the same way about Arizona's offense. That's all.
And by the way, Marvin Harrison Jr. just had an emergency appendectomy.
No way.
Timing is everything. If he has that 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. No.
Seriously.
No. He just had an emergency appendectomy. He's out this week. Yeah. So, all right. We continue with more Mick shots in a moment.
Ain't that something?
That might be the best one.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal, writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide, because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
The National Medal of Honor Museum is now open in Arlington, Texas. just a few blocks from AT&T Stadium. Immersive exhibits and exciting technology allow you to fly a rescue helicopter mission in Vietnam and have conversations with virtual Medal of Honor recipients. Come be inspired by these incredible stories of ordinary Americans who did the extraordinary. Get your tickets at mohmuseum.org.
Back to Mick Shots.
Cowboys Nation, Tom Gibson has been named your 2025 Dallas Cowboys Fan of the Year, presented by Captain Morgan for his dedication to the team and spicing up the game. Vote for Tom to be named the ultimate NFL Fan of the Year at NFL.com/Fan of the Year. Appendages.
Let's go, Bill.
All right. Segment 2 now.
Yeah, let's move on to segment 2.
Well, we covered it. Quinnen Williams, an overshow.
Okay.
Reigniting the
Okay.
defensive front.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Heckma. You got that one. It's Wednesday.
It is.
Let's do it.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's why he was looking at his watch.
Let's do it.
You guys ready? Listen. Hey guys, listen to this. I got to say this. So we're out of the preliminary stage. It's time to get down to the nitty gritty. So I really need you to use your noodle on this one. Okay. I got some. I think this is hard. I think I went deep on this one. Okay. So I am the number 1 pick in the NFL draft.
Okay.
Russell Merrill.
No. Hold on. Let me get my. Didn't have my bookmarks ready.
Yeah, you got.
Hold on now. Wait a second, guys. In the 1974 draft, you already know who I'm talking about, Mickey. Taken out of Tennessee State.
Mm-hmm. He wins.
Best nickname in the game other than Mean Joe Green. I am Too Tall Jones. All right. This player taken in the 7th round of the 1991 draft. I am Leon Lett Jr.
Out of Emporia State.
This could be easy for some guys, hard for others. Everson, I'll start with you.
Too Tall Jones played with one team his entire career. I believe it was 15 years.
Minus 1 year for boxing.
Minus 1980, right? Mm-hmm. 1980 took off of boxing. He has more bat downs, if I'm not mistaken, than any player in history. I also believe he has a combination of blocks and knockdowns. I think he is the most in history.
I'm not going to argue with you. I don't know.
Well, I only know it because he told me this.
Okay. All right. Got it from the horse's mouth. So we'll just say it's true.
Whoa, man, that's pretty cool. I did not know that.
Well, Bill is fact checking right now.
Of course, that's why I'm saying it with a open-ended comment. God, it's easy for me. Yeah.
Yeah, and I love the big cat.
Hell yeah.
I love
Hell yeah. That was a grown man.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, that was a grown man.
Nicest man in the world, too.
Yeah.
And, but, I mean, in my opinion, Too Tall Jones should be in the Ring of Honor.
Yes.
I mean,
agree.
Harvey Martin.
Harvey Martin. Boy, talk, boy.
Yeah.
Talk.
Now, they've got
Too tall.
On Pro Football Reference, they've got now the sacks were not an official stat in the NFL until 82. Mm-hmm. Is that
yes.
right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
They've got on Pro Football Reference that Too Tall has had 106 sacks in his career.
That's a lot. That's more than.
And a good number of them came after 1982. He had 13 sacks in 1985 and a 10-sack season in 87.
You remember the controversy in 89? He had started, I don't know how many games in a row, and Jimmy decided that Tony Tolbert it was time to get him in. They weren't going anywhere with these veterans in there losing, and so he was going to start him, and it was going to break Too Tall Jones' consecutive start record, franchise or whatever.
203 starts in his career.
And everybody, the media just jumped on it. The fans jumped on. No, you can't do that. How are you going to do that? And so Jimmy started him and then took him out after the first play.
Yeah, I was going to say, if I took him out first, I remember that.
Kept his starting streak going, right?
He had 10
and you know
starts.
what?
I was surprised he did that.
He agreed, and he agreed with it. He goes, that young kid should start because I'm not playing.
Ed is extremely unselfish guy.
Yeah.
Ed was 38 years old at the time.
Yeah.
And Too Tall played with some amazing athletes.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, so
He just wasn't tall enough on the catch.
Yeah, no, right?
Yeah.
Because he was chasing.
Don't
right?
jump, Ed.
Yeah.
Don't go for the pump fake.
all right, it's unanimous. Ed Too Tall Jones.
Yeah.
Now, do you know how he got his nickname, right? When he showed up at Tennessee State.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't have the equipment guy didn't have game pants long enough for him because they came up to his knees or something.
Oh, he'd have been in style.
So
nowadays, the kids don't wear it.
So the equipment manager said, "No, you're too tall," and it stuck.
And I think he ended up. Is he the tallest player in NFL history, or did they bring in somebody who?
Well, what did they list him at? 6'8" or 6'9"?
They have him.
They have
6'9".
listed 6'9".
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's any prominence.
What did I just see somebody? Oh, it was a pitcher. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How tall is Calais Campbell? He must be 6'7", 6'8".
That's let you know how too tall
Yeah,
is.
he's taller than Calais.
He's taller than
Giant.
anybody that you put
And
out
from
there. Harold Carmichael.
Harold Carmichael's 6'8". I looked him up just when you were. I couldn't remember.
I could have told you that.
Yeah,
you
did.
Because I had to cover the damn guy, man. Come on.
You measured him.
How do you
He measured me
cover
too.
a 6'8" receiver?
He measured me too.
You got to get into his body.
Got to get him, baby.
Okay, so then how tall is Leon?
Leon's 6'6".
6'6".
Yeah. 6'6".
One thing about where I first noticed him was at training camp in Austin, and his get off was unreal. Like the big cat. I'm like, who is 78?
Yeah.
That guy, they got to get him under control because he is offsides every play.
But he wasn't.
He wasn't offsides.
It was Butch Davis's find. He went to Emporia to look at I think he went there to look at a wide receiver, and he saw this guy. And I don't even know if it was on football tape. He saw him on the basketball court, but he played football.
Yeah.
And he goes, I need to work this guy out.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine the temptation when you, as a scout or coach, you go see one player, the temptation if you see another player? I'm sure that's happened many times.
Absolutely.
And it didn't always work out.
And you come back and say, Coach,
Right.
Well, I don't know about that guy,
but I
how
got
about
this guy. Right?
Well, we can take him in the
That's
seventh
why.
round.
That's why, as Heckma can attest, the transfer portal is alive and well in high school football in Texas because you want to get to the school where the college scouts are coming.
Right.
Better believe it.
And we need to go because
All right.
Scotty's about
Press
ready
conference
to
at 1 o'clock.
tee it up.
All right, and we'll shout at you again tomorrow here on Mick Shots.
Go Cowboys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?